Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting with the daily chart, as you can see, we are looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Your wave 5 is still unfolding, not yet finished. Of course, it might be the start, we might retrace or we might move up to it directly. We're gonna take a look very closely in the daily analysis, of course, for every scenario. Where are we and what could happen? Looking at the channel currently, where we are taking the channel from the wave 2 based on the wave 3 as well, where you are looking at your acceleration channel here, where you want to see normally the wave 5 moving all around and in and outside this acceleration channel. And this is exactly what we are looking at currently. However, this acceleration channel can still play as a resistance where you are possibly in a wave 1, for example, you need a wave 2. So this acceleration channel might play the role of the resistance for your wave 2 and move it back down. However, let's take a look, of course, on the scenarios inside this wave, what we are looking at. So inside our wave 4 here, where you are looking that the wave 4 might have finished already and bottomed almost on the logarithmic chart for a 0.38 fib level almost. And we are looking, of course, at a contracting diagonal here. And this contracting diagonal after, of course, bottoming this wave 4 in A, B, and a C, or actually A, B, and a C. Yeah, so 3 waves down for A, 3 waves up for B, and 5 waves down internally, of course, for wave C. In that case scenario, of course, you are looking at a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, probably as a second scenario where you are looking at triple 1, 2s. Therefore, you want to make sure that this is your wave 3 towards the upside. However, if this is your wave 3 towards the upside after a finished impulse here as a 1, 2, your wave 3 even needs another 1, 2, right? And then 3, 4, and a 5, where you have to count, of course, 5 waves inside this wave 3, even if it is massive and very impulsive. Therefore, you might be here at a possible 1, 2. However, your wave 2 need to reach at least a minimum fib of 0.38 fib level, where you want to reach at least the 70,240 in case you are a minor 1, 2 inside your wave 3. In that case scenario, we are still, of course, in the top side and we are consolidating after a very high a volatile trend towards the upside with many impulses inside it, as we counted in our trade last days or last week even. And what we are looking for is a confirmation if we are in a bigger wave 3 towards the upside. And in that case scenario, if we retrace almost in the 0.38 and we move forward towards the upside, therefore you might be, of course, in a big wave 3 towards the upside, knowing that breaking also our channel here with the acceleration channel would be a much better confirmation that you are already in a wave 3 towards the upside for your wave 5. Since we have already broken our correction channels, this is already, as we said before and mentioned, once breaking this channel, it's gonna be a 70 or 60% confirmation that we are moving towards the upside with a wave 5. However, we need to break this channel still decisively. What I mean is that we need to enter this channel and use it sometimes as a support. Now, it might goes out and in sometimes, but we need a confirmation that it moves inside this channel again. All right, and more probably, of course, that we move even higher, of course, in case we are very, very volatile towards the upside. Now, this is your scenario, your most bullish scenario, of course, where you are in a 1, 2 of a wave 3, 4, and 5, of course, to move towards the upside. Now, the second scenario is that you have finished, of course, let me turn off this. You have finished already your diagonal with 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this contracting diagonal can be directly invalidated once we reach this price level. By all means, if your wave 5 reach this price level and touch it here, therefore directly this will be much more longer than your wave 3 automatically. Therefore this is not allowed in Elliott wave theory. Of course, your wave 5 should be always smaller than your wave 3, and your wave 3 should be smaller than your wave 1. And in that case scenario, that contracting diagonal cannot be considered as contracting diagonal. However, it doesn't mean that we are not bullish. That means, of course, we are more bullish, and that means we are in 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So this, of course, would be a very clear confirmation for us that this contracting diagonal has been invalidated, and then there is no other scenarios anymore that we can take into consideration as bullish rather than just a triple 1, 2s. Just by hitting the 74,377, we can make sure that our scenario to the wave 5 towards the 100K is already there, right? Just by hitting this price. Now let's talk a little bit bearish, since we are very bullish now, but I mean, we need always to speak about the bearish scenario as well. So the very short bearish scenario are, of course, that you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we said before, we need at least to reach the 0.38 fib level here. For this scenario, we're at 70,400 almost. So this is your minimum requirement for a wave 1, 2, and then move towards upside. Now, of course, Bitcoin always tend in a volatile market, and in a very bullish market like this, it could use simply the 0.23 fib level as a corrective wave for your wave 2. That thing, I saw it many times, of course, in Bitcoin before and many years before. And yeah, if you go back in the history as well, you will find it even in a very impulsive wave where you see a 1, 2 just hitting the 0.23, which just made it Bitcoin now. And in that case scenario, you are looking at a very shallow wave 2, and then we are continuing massively towards the upside. Of course, this is your most short-term bearish scenario, which, it could has finished. It could even dive deeper to the 0.38 for more healthier channel, of course, or more healthier trend. Now, if it was like a very normal 1, 2, of course, it will go to the preferable box. Green box, of course, for a wave 2, and then move up towards upside. However, Bitcoin never done this in a very high volatile market. So this is your most short-term bearish scenario. Now, if we are a stronger bearish scenario and more sellers comes in here and do not allow this trend to move up, therefore, of course, we are talking definitely about a diagonal finished here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we need to end the structure here, of course. And then it's gonna be, of course, our diagonal, which it was not invalidated yet. And in that case scenario, of course, you are looking for a deeper wave 2 towards the downside. And this 1, 2 here might be, of course, your wave 2 target between the 57,500 and 53,800. So, this might be, of course, your deepest wave 2 towards the downside after forming a 1, 2 here, and then forming, of course, another 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 towards the upside. This is your most bearish scenario for now. I mean, not the most one, but the biggest bearish bullish, I would say, because the bullish is coming after it, right? Now, again, also the biggest bearish scenario is that you have finished as well a diagonal here, but this diagonal can be considered many things, guys. It can be an A, B, and a C as an expanding flat, where your wave B has overshooted, of course, your wave B has overshooted the wave A. So A, B, and a C, your wave C is a diagonal towards the upside. And in that case scenario, you have finished a structure as well. And already here you have finished a zigzag, perfect zigzag by the way. And then you still need one more structure to correct this, right? So we still need one more zigzag to correct this structure. And therefore, this might be your most bearish scenario where you want to hit around this box for a wave Y between 57,300 and the 49,100, where you might even get a new small, very low, a new low. And that means your wave 4 can simply move to this side, after getting a lower price. Very, very possible. However, this scenario is not really very, very bearish, and it means like we're gonna stay in the impulse for a wave 4. However, we can get a little bit tiny lower price here than what we get here. So these are the things, and if you can see on the logarithmic chart and logarithmic fib level here for the wave 4, we did not really hit 100% the 0.38. And that might be the scenario where you hit this 100% perfectly in that wave Y. So these are the things for the bearish scenario and the bullish scenarios on the opposite side. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper what's going on inside to get a more clearer idea what's going on. So yesterday, of course, we saw a lot of consolidation, as it's the same what we are looking at today, and a lot of zigzags and a lot of triangles actually. A very, very weird correction even. I mean, it is very understandable actually due to what we are looking at. Very, very high amount of buyers, and also at the same time there is a very, very high amount of sellers. And that makes the difference, of course, between bullish and bearish, and makes like very, very consolidating channel, where we are looking even at several triangles. And normally the triangles, you get it when you have like a very, very strong market, and it becomes to a point where it cannot handle it anymore. So this is what we got after this 90-degree move towards the upside. Basically we are looking at three structures, very obvious. And it looks like each structure has a triangle, and that is a very, very very insane. I mean it's very rare to see this, guys. Very rare to see triangles in every structure of this corrective structure. However, so what we are looking at is basically ABC and then ABC. And we are still looking here at possible, if that is, it is very possible that even if W, X, and Y, Y is even higher than your X, but because, it is very possible, guys. It's very possible. I mean, look how, the X went high, A, B, C, and then ABC, and then X. Okay, so W, X, it is very important that the X goes high, and then the Y, it should go down. I'm not sure what is this now, but here I see A, B, C, D. A, B, C. This is a finished triangle. A, B, C, D, E, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. It couldn't be. It cannot be. It looks like it's a finished triangle, and it tried to move up, but it didn't work out. However, these things are very corrective still, I think. I still believe that this is a very dangerous area, guys. There is no need to really analyze this. This is totally corrective anyway, right? There is no need to analyze this. This is very corrective, and also it's very dangerous to trade. as I mentioned yesterday, preferably to watch and see what's gonna happen, and yeah, get a confirmation. Are we gonna move down or are we gonna move up? And then yeah, then we get a clearer view, and then we move on. Now, of course, in a bigger view, you are looking at 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and possibly you want to see 5 waves down, right, as a normal correction. But yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I don't know if this is gonna be your 5 waves down, but I don't really care, because here I don't have to trade, guys. I don't have to trade so far until we get a clear correction. I will not give any scenario for here. I will not give any targets, as usual. As always say, when I don't give targets, that means there is no trade, guys. It is dangerous and risky, of course. So that's it for Bitcoin for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.